Hi everyone, today I'm going to be filming a tutorial, get ready with me kind of video for just my quick everyday basic makeup look. Nothing crazy, not like date night, just everyday basic. So I went to Sephora today and I picked up a couple of things. Well, I picked up two things and then a bunch of samples. So I picked up the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and Vanilla Light 2. I also picked up the Laura Mercier translucent powder. They have these in little to-goes, so I thought that was really adorable because I don't know if I'm gonna like it. So I'm gonna try today the
It's a cat.
Becca Backlight Primer. Those are cats. Now, how many cats are in the shirt?
Oh, one. Right here. That's a four.
The girl and I had a really hard time finding a good foundation match for me, so I didn't buy a foundation today. I ended up just getting samples because nothing was laying right, nothing was looking right, and by the time we tried on like 4 or 5 different foundations, my skin was more red. So we were having a lot of issues today. And normally I applied my foundation with a beauty blender. She didn't have a beauty blender, like a clean one for me to try the foundation on with, so we just kind of said forget it. Are you gonna go? All right, shut the door. Thanks for your help. Okay, so first I'm going to start off with the Backlight Primer, and my skin is already moisturized. And with clean hands, I'm going in and I'm using the Backlight Primer, which smells really nice. At least I think it smells nice. Next, I'm going to go in with it's the only thing I hate about their samples. Like, you can't tell a difference. I'm pretty sure this is the foundation. And she sampled me in Shell. So my skin is a little red right now, as you can see, just because I've been having, ooh boy, ooh, my skin is looking rough today. Okay, now I'm just gonna go in with my beauty blender and blend this all out. So when I apply makeup, oh yes, yes, that is what I'm talking about. That is covered. So she gave me a sample of the Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation, and the color she gave me was Shell. And I know it's a little bit lighter than my face, but it matches my neck. So you can see that looks pretty good on my neck. So I'm going to do my foundation first today, just because I'm going to be doing just a really neutral eye. Oh my gosh. Okay, so love the coverage, love the color, and it looks really good with a beauty blender. Oh yes, I like that. Okay, so next I'm going to go on with my Naked Weightless Concealer. Oh, don't you love my little bracelet? My daughter gave that to me. And I use Light Warm. And I'm also going to blend that out with my beauty blender. We tried on, oh, I also tried the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. Totally not for me. Unless I also need to get a sample of that and apply it with the beauty blender. Yes, this looks, I'm very happy with how this looks. Yes, that is coverage, my friends. So I guess today I will just bust open my new powder and give it a whirl. I love that they put these little things on here, but I also hate it all at the same time. Okay, now we're gonna do a little light baking. More on there. Okay, taking that. This is already more translucent than the Coty Airspun. Okay, so I can't find my eyeshadow primer, so I'm just gonna set my lids a little bit with the powder, with the Laura Mercier powder. And I'm also, no, I'm gonna let that sit for a second. I'm gonna dust off my lids. So a trick that a lot of people use is they use their concealer, set it with a powder, and then use their eyeshadow. Personally, I don't like to do that. I like to go in, I like an eyeshadow primer. I just do. I've always been that way. So that's just what I prefer. So now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna be using the Lorac Original Pro palette. And somebody had talked about how they had bought in the group, how they had bought a Lorac eyeshadow palette, like their skinnier palettes, and they are definitely not as good as the Pro palettes. So I feel like the colors and the pigment of the Pro palettes is really great. And also the texture is just so smooth. My sister prefers these to her Urban Decay palettes. So next, on that same big fluffy brush, first I went in with cream, which is that color right there. And next I'm going to go in with mauve, which is just a kind of mid-tone pinky brown. Not really pinky, but it's giving, you know, it's more of a cool brown. So the brush I'm using for this, it's not my favorite, but I can't find some of my other shadow brushes. This is the Crown brush, the C407. I'll put it all below what I used. Then I'm going to take just a little bit of this kind of pointy smudger brush. You can see that. I'm going to go in with Sable. So Sable is this nice dark chocolatey brown right there. And I'm just going to put a little bit right in that outer crease, just to give me a little bit more definition in the crease. I'm not really worried about blending it at this point because I am going to go back in with that big shadow brush and blend it around. I'm going to take that shadow brush and just kind of lightly blend right there. Okay, and my under eyes are probably done baking this at this point. You only want, I mean, you can let it bake for, I guess, as long as you want. Oh boy, I kind of like that better than the Coty, but you have to compare the Coty and this Laura Mercier side by side to really give you a fair comparison. But I kind of like it already a little bit better. And I've used this Laura Mercier powder, but it's been a long time. Like back in my Nordstrom days when my friend, one of my really good friends worked at Laura Mercier, which was right next to my Dior counter. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and very lightly contour. I'm getting a little out of sync of what I normally do. A little bit of Fawn. This is the only color I like in the Anastasia Beverly Hills powder contour palette, and it's not even that I really like it, it's just okay, and I haven't gotten the Kat Von D yet. But my sister didn't like Kat Von D, and she and I are usually on the same page with makeup. But as you can see, it does give a subtle contour. It's not crazy looking. It is a little crazy looking right now, I'm not gonna lie. So now I'm going to go in with just a little bit of a Dior Warm Bronzer, just to kind of warm up my cheeks a little bit. And like I said, I'll link below everything that I'm using. So I'm going to go in with the Bobbi Brown Illuminating Bronzer Powder in, what color is this, Antigua? So it's really not a bronzing powder, it's like a really sheer blush. So it cracks me up that they call it that. But it gives just this really nice flush to the skin without being like crazy intense. There's a little bit of highlight on, and like I said, I'm kind of going out of sync right now. Normally I would finish my eyes first and then go into this, but I kind of got interrupted and then I had to stop recording, so I'm just a little out of sync right now. I'm not liking how that's looking on film. It doesn't. So this is what I love about a beauty blender. If I don't like how something looks, I just take a little bit of powder that was on my beauty blender, so I did not pick any more up. I just kind of soften it up a little bit. Anyways, it is what it is. It looks good in real life. So next I'm going to take just a black crayon pencil and kind of smudge that into my lash line. I don't worry about being too precise because if I mess it up, I'm just gonna go in with the little eyeliner brush and smudge it out even more. If you hear stirring, that's my little one. She might be waking up. She's a pretty good sleeper. As you see, I've been talking this whole time and she's been asleep on the bed. And again, I have about like 30 seconds to a minute before this eyeliner sets to waterproof. So if you need to go in and like smudge it out and make it look, you know, straighten up the line a little bit, or if you miss a spot, or if it's a little jagged, that's why I like regular crayon eyeliner pencils or just regular pencils. Most of them are very forgiving. So if you goof up, not the end of the world. So I'm going to take that brush with no additional product on it and just smudge it on my lower lashes, just to give a little bit of something to that bottom lash line. Okay, and now is the fun part. Let's see if I can zoom you in closer. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you can see these are my natural eyebrows. When I was 14, I let a friend pluck them on the way up to a church camping trip, and she did me dirty. Well, she didn't do me dirty. I don't know if it was her fault or my fault. My fault for trusting her, her fault for doing them. Okay. So I like to start, so that's where my brow should start. So I'm going to draw just a little tiny line. Obviously, there's no hair there because it's been taken away. And I'm going to do a more in-depth brow tutorial, so I might just skip over this in the editing process. Again, my tail is where it should end. My arch is a little messed up, but it will do just because I have to fake it a little bit. So as you can see, huge difference. I'm using the Dior brow styler. It's very similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I mean, look at that difference. Brows, no brows. Brows, no brows. Brows, you get the point. Okay, so now that I've lost all of my natural light, I've emptied my card, gotten a little tiff with my sister. Now that all those things are done and my eyebrow is done, I guess I'll finish this tutorial when my brows are done. So you saw the comparison of before, bleh brows, fabulous brows. And I will do a more in-depth brow tutorial for you. I'll try tomorrow and do that for you. So next, moving on, I've got my cheeks done. I'm gonna pop a little mascara on. And I don't know where all of my mascaras are, so I'm just gonna use my Rimmel Lash Accelerator. I like this because it has this really great tiny brush, so you can really get in and get all of your lashes. Hi, honey. Like this mascara. See? Oh, there you are. Oh, I am really liking this Laura Mercier powder. And I want to, but I don't want to. I just want something so, I love the Coty Airspun. I think it's so nice, but this just feels like silk on my face. It feels so lovely. Like I just want to touch my face because it feels so soft. And then next I'm going to finish up with just a light lipstick color. So this is like a liquid lipstick, but not in a matte sense. So I normally don't I like matte for really big events, something where I want to look completely like glamorous. This is just an everyday look. So today I'm using my Dior Fluid Stick. It's got the cutest packaging and it has like this really cool applicator. It looks so orange in the video, but it's really like a pale pink. And this is color this is number 389. Everyday, normal. I'm not doing anything like really, you know, I'm not doing anything that requires me to, you know, wear a lot of makeup. Not that anything requires me to wear makeup. I could go makeup free any day and I don't really care. But this is a look that I'll do, you know, if I'm going to playgroup or if I've just got some errands to run. So like I said before, this isn't date night makeup. This is just regular, everyday. I have, you know, 10-15 minutes to do my makeup and that's it. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to do a list of all the products below. Hi, Violet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm going to do a list of products below that I used. And I'm so close because she's climbing behind me. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.